Hello creeps! Andy here, and today I have a book haul for you guys. I picked up some weird stuff, so I'm pretty excited to show that to you. I also got some stuff from my P.O. box, including a giant package. Hold on, give me a little rascal. This big from Australia, so I'm very excited to look in there. She told me a few of the things that were in there, so I'm excited to look in there. Anyways, eyes are the best part. The live stream will be next Sunday, August 22nd, which is the first day of fall, so we might do some fall stuff too. I'm very excited. And it will be at 6 p.m. That's what you guys voted over on Instagram. So that's when I will see you for the live stream. I'll post a community tab probably tomorrow, just in case people don't watch this video or whatever. Anyways, let's get to this book haul. I just realized my nails match my shirt, match my phone, match my reading journal, match my iPad case. Okay, let's get into this book haul. I have a few normal things and a few strange things. I also bought a few other books as well that are in the mail, so I'll have another book haul for you sometime soon, but I didn't want to wait for this one because I have a lot of videos to catch up on. Okay, the first book that I got was Vanish. This is by Tess Gerritsen, and this is the 5th in the Rizzoli and Isles series. I don't want to read the back because I'm in the middle of the book, so I don't want to, ruin anything for myself, but basically there's two women. There's Rizzoli, she's a homicide detective, and then there's Maura Isles. She's Jane Rizzoli and Maura Isles, and Isles is a medical examiner. Yes, they're all kind of different, but in this one in particular, there's women who come into this country who think that they're getting their freedom but get sold into not good things. And so you have that going on, and then you have a woman who Maura finds in the morgue that's not dead. Everyone thinks she's dead. She was pronounced dead by the fire department, brought there, and then several hours later Maura finds her. She has no identification on her, so they don't know who she is. I don't know why I said that so weird. So they don't know who she is, and then the story spirals from there, and yeah. So interesting so far. I really like these books. If you guys want a fun thriller, more like Silence of the Lambs, like, crime drama sort of thing, than just a typical thriller book, I would highly recommend these. The first one is The Surgeon, and it is fantastic. It's a great book. Okay, now let's get into the weird stuff that I got. Next, I got Scum Manifesto. This one I've been wanting to read for a while. It doesn't say what it's about, but I think on Goodreads it does. This is by Valerie Solanas, and it says that it was considered one of the most outrageous, violent, and certifiably crazy tracks when it first appeared in 1968. Valerie Solanas, the woman who shot Andy Warhol, self-published this book just before her rampage against the king of pop art made her a household name and resulted in her confinement to a mental institution. But the manifesto, for all its vitriol, is impossible to dismiss as just the rantings of a lesbian lunatic. In fact, the work has indisputable— the next word is prescience. I just pronounced it incorrectly here. Not only as a radical feminist analysis light years ahead of a predicting artificial insemination, ATMs, a feminist uprising against the underrepresentation in the arts, but also, sorry, the two words were put together, but also as a stunning testament to a rage of an abused and destitute woman. So yeah, that sounds interesting and weird, and I'm all here for it. The next one that I bought was George Bataille's Blue of Noon, and this one sounded also very interesting. It says, set against the backdrop of Europe's slide into fascism, Blue of Noon is a blackly compelling account of depravity and violence, as its narrator lurches despairingly from city to city in a surreal sexual and mental nightmare of squalor, sadism, and drunken encounters. His internal collapse mirrors the fighting and marching in the streets outside. Doesn't this sound so interesting? Exploring the dark forces beneath the surface of civilization, this is a novel torn between identifying with history's victims and being seduced by the monstrous glamour of its terrible victors. And it is one of the 20th century's greatest nihilistic works. So obviously I'm probably not going to understand the historical elements from this one, so it'll be difficult for me to analyze anything below the surface, but I'm just kind of excited to read it as is. I don't know, I don't really like doing a bunch of research before I go into a novel. I like finding my own interpretations of the text, what the text means to me, how it affects me personally, and then after that, I feel more compelled to kind of look into the history and the underlying things behind it. So yeah, I'm excited to read that guy. So I got that. This one, I'm so excited for. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for these next two. Okay, this one, I'm not gonna pronounce this correctly. Okay, it's Jean-Paul Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre, and this is called Nausea. So it looks like this. And the back of this one just says, Nausea is a story of Antoine Requentin, a French writer who is horrified at his own existence. In impressionistic diary form, he ruthlessly categorizes his every sensation. His thoughts culminate in a pervasive, overpowering feeling of nausea, which, and this is a quote, spreads at the bottom of the visceral puddle, at the bottom of our time, at the time of purple suspenders and broken chair seats. It is made of wide, soft instance, spreading at the edges like an oil stain. The writer of the 1964 Nobel Prize in Literature, though he declined to accept it, Jean-Paul, I already forgot how to pronounce his last name, philosopher, critic, novelist, and dramatist, holds a position of singular eminence in the world of French letters. Among readers and critics familiar with the whole of his work, it is generally recognized as, and then it says it in French, his first novel is a landmark in existentialist fiction and a key work of the 20th century. So I am very excited for this. This sounds right up my alley. To be honest, I read the first paragraph and I was like, oh, this might be, I mean, it's gonna probably be a little bit difficult because like it says, he ruthlessly categorizes. He's like, he believes that he needs to write down every single thing that he experiences. So it'll be a really interesting read. And yeah, I'm excited to see again what this work means to me, how it affects me. And then maybe eventually I'll go into more detail and figure out why he wrote it and things like that. Now this one, I have to thank you guys because I sometimes just scroll through Goodreads and you guys all, because obviously I can see what you guys post there too, what you're currently reading, and this popped up and I thought that the book looked so unique. So thank you for whoever was reading this. Let me know how it is down below. I don't know who this is, this Tim Mayer. I've never read any of his work, but it's called Rainbow Filth, and this cover is one of the coolest book covers I've ever seen. So I love the rainbow of it, but then how like dingy and dirty it looks. And then I also love the back. The description is in a spiral and the description says Rainbow Filth is a weirdo horror novella about a small cult that becomes a rare, believes a rare psychedelic substance can physically transport them to another universe. So it's like all trippy and weird and makes you kind of dizzy while you're reading it. I don't know. This looks really cool. And then also, this is just a little detail, but I just like looking at the little details in works. Everything, so right here, the rainbow is green right here, and then the rainbow here is green, and then it's yellow right here, and then the rainbow here is yellow. So it's like offset from the rainbow in the background. I don't know. I thought that there was a lot of care and, you know, intriguing quality put into this book cover. So I'm really excited to read it. And yeah, that's all the back says, that it's about a cult. And the cover is so cool. So thank you for whoever was reading this because it really, really caught my attention. So let me know if you guys, if you are the one that read this, or if you know, if anybody has read this, leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about this guy. I'm sure I'll be reading that soon. It's really hard because every time I buy new books, I just want to read those books that I just purchased. So I've been really trying to hold off on this one just because I buy so many books and I can't just only read the books that I keep buying, you know? I also bought Addison Moore, my Cozy Mystery Murder in the Mix series books. So I have Toxic Apple Turnovers and Killer Halloween Cupcakes, and I'm really excited for these because the fall ones are my absolute favorite. They take place in Vermont, and the feel of fall in the air, the season change, it's just so cool to read about in these books. And I really want to visit Vermont because of them in the fall time. I mean, I'm not going to this year, but hopefully eventually I can get out there and see what fall is like out there because I live in LA. We don't really get many seasons. My husband says we get summer and not so hot summer, so we don't really get too much else. But anyways, yeah, so I bought both of these. So this is the September read and this is the October read. And I'm really excited because I started reading these, yeah, it must have been last September. That was the first time that I picked up one of these. I made a video reading Pumpkin Spice Cozy Mysteries, and there was one horror book thrown in there. I'll actually link that video down below if you guys are interested, because, you know, we're getting into that season. We're a week away from fall right now, which is so exciting. So I'll leave that video linked down below in case you want to watch it. There might be a little something at the end that I stayed up way too late working on. Those books in the fall season were what got me into these cozy mysteries in the first place. So I'm just so excited to revisit Honey Hollow in fall again. I mean, it's cool visiting in other times of the year as well, but there's just something magical about fall in Vermont, at least according to this book. So I got those. I'm not going to read the back because it always tells you who gets killed and I don't really want to know, but you know, it's the same thing. You guys have heard me say it a million times. A murder happens and Lottie Lemon, who's a baker in the town of Honey Hollow, solves it. So the next book I got, I'm really excited about as well. That's my cat. Because it gave me a lot of ideas for videos coming up. So I am very excited for this. But this is called The Madman's Library. And I always link these books down below. So if you guys are interested in this one, it'll be linked down below. It says The Madman's Library, the strangest books, manuscripts, and other literary curiosities from history. This is by Edward Brooke Hitching, and it just, I mean, already it looks interesting, right? But there's some really cool stuff in here. Like, look at this. So do you guys know on Instagram how I put that picture up of the demon and I said smash or pass? And you guys, a lot of you voted smash on that demon, and I was like, I found my people. And it made me want to do kind of a whole demon smash or pass video, but I don't know if that will send me directly to hell. But I'm probably already going there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, it has a lot of things, like books made of flesh and blood, so I will absolutely use this as a guide to make further videos, because wouldn't that be a cool video? Like a video of all books, you know, and I'll do more research than just this book, but obviously I'll give this book credit because this is where a lot of cool ideas can come from for works. But yeah, they have some really awesome stuff in here and some really cool pictures of just different texts, and some of them are ancient texts and lost texts and strange texts, and I'm just very excited to read through this, and yeah, hopefully it inspires some cool video ideas. So I also got that. Very excited for these. I feel like this was a good book haul. I got some weird shit. So now let's open the packages. Okay, so the story behind this is that one night I was on Instagram and I accidentally was talking to someone about books, or, you know, probably about books. I accidentally called her. I didn't even know you could call people on Instagram. It was very embarrassing. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did it ring? I don't know. I'm like, did I just wake someone up? So I was very scared. And they messaged back and I was like, oh gosh. But luckily, she was in Australia. So it was a different time. You know, it was like the morning for her, whatever. But anyways, I was like, I am so sorry. I'm like, I don't know how this happened, but anyways, we got to talking. She sent me this package, and then I sent her a package too. But I mean, this is crazy. She sent me so much stuff. So let's go through here. She sent me some movies, which is very nice, on a little flash drive. She also sent me some Australian snacks. So I feel like I have to try all these. I don't know, maybe I'll try these in a different video. Look at all these snacks she sent, holy crap. I'll have to ask her what this one is, but she sent me cherry ripes, which these look really good. Tim Tams, which, I mean, obviously I've never tried any of these, but I have heard a lot of people in videos of that. Caramello koalas. So we do have caramellos out here, so I wonder if it's the same thing, just shaped as a koala, which makes it way cooler. And then, oh, I've seen videos of people eating these shapes. Oh, I'm excited to try those. Okay, okay. And then she also sent me books. Like, this is very nice. Oh, there's different Tim Tams. So this one's original, and this one is chewy caramel. So maybe I'll do a short where I try all of these separately. What do you think? And then she also sent me a few books. So this is perfect for a book haul. Look at that. Oh, how cute. Look at how cute. She sent me, you can write the titles of the book and then rate them. This is actually perfect because my reading journal, I'm almost out of space in. So then I could just kind of keep these in there so that I don't have to buy another reading journal. Because I was thinking, if I buy one every year, I'm gonna have hundreds of these. Well, okay, relax, you're not gonna live that long. She sent me pins. Morally gray is my favorite color. That's so cute. And then this one, oh geez. Oh, this is one of those pop things. One more chapter. That's so cute. And then, so she sent me, the reason why she sent me these books. So she wrote a little note to me. And then this is called The Dry by Jane Harper. And in the back here it says, it hasn't rained for 2 years. Tension in the farming community becomes unbearable when 3 members of the Hadler family are discovered shot dead on their property. Everyone assumes Luke Hadler committed suicide after slaughtering his wife and 6-year-old son. Federal police investigator Aaron Falk returns to the hometown for the funerals and is unwillingly drawn into the investigation. As suspicion spreads through the town, Falk is forced to confront the community that rejected him 20 years earlier because Falk and his childhood friend Luke Hadler shared a secret, one which Luke's death threatens to unearth. Ooh, this sounds fun. And then look at how cute this is. That's adorable. That's a good bookmark. Oh, this is so nice. She also sent me, oh God, I just saw the dreaded Vegemite. She said it's disgusting, but I have to try it, and I think that that's fair. She sent me Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay. It says, if her terrified cries had been heard by anyone but a wallaby squatting in a clump of bracken a few feet away. Okay, so I wonder if these are all Australian writers. Oh yeah, one of Australia's best novel. That's so cool! Oh, this is so cool. I really, really love reading books from other countries. Wallaby squatting in a clump of bracken a few feet away. The picnic at Hanging Rock might yet have been just another picnic on a summer's day. On a cloudless Valentine's Day in 1900, a group from Applewood College for young ladies goes for a picnic. In the heat of the afternoon sun, 3 girls climb through the shrub and disappear. Ethereal and enigmatic, Picnic at Hanging Rock has been haunting the Australian imagination for half a century. Oh my gosh, that's so, I'm so excited for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's so nice. And then she sent me this. Oh, Alice Feeney's Daisy Darker. Honestly, I have been wanting to read this one, and I did enjoy Rock, Paper, Scissors, and then I read another Alice Feeney. Oh, His and Hers was it called? And so I wanted to pick this one up, but I was nervous. I didn't know, you know, if I would like it like Rock, Paper, Scissors or not like it like the other one. This says, Daisy Darker is arriving at her grandmother's house for her 18th birthday. It is Halloween, and Sea Glass, the crumbling Cornish house perched upon its own tiny private island, is at one with the granite rock it sits on. The Darker family hasn't all been in the same place for over a decade, and when the tide comes in, they'll be cut off from the rest of the world for 8 hours. This is like one of my favorite tropes, I feel like, is, you know, trapped on an island, not being able to get out, like, And Then There Were None, or like I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. When the tide goes back out, nothing will ever be the same again because one of them is a killer. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so nice. Thank you so much. I think I'm gonna have to try all of these in a separate, like a short, I think. And then I just have one other thing for my P.O. box. I haven't checked in a while, but I have these. Okay, so this is from Michael Curtis Laney, and he said that he sent 2 short stories in a poetry collection that range from sweet and mundane comedy to extreme horror. So here are the books. It says, A Day in the Life of Abigail King, The Candid Confessions of a Down-Home Prostitute. This one, he said, is erotic, which I know that I say that I don't like erotic. It's not that I don't mind erotic literature in my stories. It's just not, I just don't gravitate towards just erotic. But then the more I read, I'm like, I guess I do read more erotic fiction than I thought I did. It says, she likes to have her fun and get paid for it. She has the mouth of a neo-Nazi sailor and passion and desire that's more equal opportunities than the largest publicly traded multi-million-dollar corporation. Funny, steamy, candid, nasty, and thought-provoking. This is a story of one day in the life of a down-home prostitute in her own words. Interesting. He also sent a letter to Dr. Freudstein, Demon, and 10 Poems. Here's this one. And the back just says humorous, terrifying, and erotic. It's a collection from the darker side, 2 twisted tales of passion, and a collection of poetry that treads into funny, the horrifying, and the bizarre. So there's that one. But then I saw this one, Frognog and Other Horror Details. I'm just a hoe for a themed book. So like Halloween themed books, Christmas themed books. I don't know, this one caught my eye. This is a story collection, and the back here just said, a young man's past comes back to haunt him. A man walks the desolate streets of a slum and remembers the life he once had. A young boy gets the present he wished for from an unexpected source. Death cannot take a holiday. These are the few things which wait in the collection of the 4 dark tales, each set on Christmas Eve. See, like, that's just so cool. So I'm really excited to save this for Christmas time. Thank you so much for sending me these. I'm really interested to check those out. So thank you again. Thank you for sending me all of this delightful stuff. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you on September 22nd at 6 o'clock PST, Pacific Standard Time, for this bad boy. And I think that's it. Yeah, so let me know your comments below. Let me know any books that you picked up. Let me know if you've read any of the weird stuff that I got. And yeah, let me know if I should do a shorts trying Australian treats, because I'm very excited. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon with another horror video. Okay, bye!
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.